All right, so y'all know what it is. This is the recap that I do every week on Facebook. Just to recap how the week was in our trading. My mic falling off. Recap how the week was for trading for us. And also, if you're not taking trades, it just got kind of chilly just now. Like, it's kind of chilly right now, out of nowhere. If you're not taking trades, let me turn this up, this heat. You can also talk about how training was for you this week as well, which I'm very, very interested in hearing feedback from you guys, because I think that that's a major part of your growth, not only as a trader, but just for your business overall. The way that you train is the same way that you're going to be trading when you do begin to trade. So I think that it's important that you create the right habits, first of all. And secondly, you should be keeping up with and tracking your progress. One way to measure your progress is the way that training helps you to elevate and increase your mindset and just bring you up to speed overall. So that's one thing that we definitely incorporate into the recap each week, is dialogue about that. So I encourage you to talk about it, whatever training, or I should say whatever you got out of training in particular that you felt, definitely helped you. Share that. If you're taking trades, you could talk about how many trades you took, how many trades you won, etc. And just share. And I hope this internet, this internet over here is suspect. Like it's there, but it ain't there really. Like right now, it ain't there. I'm wondering if I should move. Let me see something. Then I back up and then it works right. Let me see what happens when I back up. See if that helped a little bit. Can't tell. What the hell, man? I think I'm about to move from here. It's another spot down there that I know works well. This over here is sketchy. Yeah, this is sketchy right here. Alright. Let me relocate for 1 second. Alright, this should do it right here. You can do it. I think I need to block some of the sun out though. The sun is bright over here. Alright. Close one of these up. And I know we're gonna be good right here. Looking real undercover. Oh shit! Look like an undercover cop. Internet is back. All right, so where we was at? All right, so I see Jay, I see Walker, I see you guys over in, I think y'all are in the watch party, and everybody else must be on the page then, if that's the case. Come on, internet, catch already. What the hell? It just had it. It just was on. Now it's scanning, acting suspect. Come on. What the hell, man? Yo, this internet really be getting on my nerves. Damn. It's internet, man. Alright, I gotta make one more move. Damn, man. What the hell? The Wi-Fi Chronicles. Shit. Come on, Slim Shady. Hurry up and get across the street, man. Come over here by the L. The L always hold me down with the internet. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna come by the L. All right. One more again. Yeah, baby, there you go. All right, so I see Gregory, I see Akari. All right, what's happening, y'all? So, listen, when you guys come on, just in the chat, wherever you are, if you in a watch party or wherever, just comment, like type in how training was for you this week. Wherever you are, if you in a watch party or wherever, just oh, it's not too much of a lag either. That's good. Yeah, just comment how you did in training this week, what nuggets you got out of training, how you elevated. If you're taking trades, if you're paper trading, you know, like just talk about what's going on with you. Some of you just started, like Gregory. Anyone know how to get MT4 on your Mac? Why are you asking about MT4, Gregory? Why? Matter of fact, I know why you asking that. You went ahead and watched video number 6, didn't you? You went ahead and watched video 6. Why you want MT4 for charting? You being trained to not even use the chart. Why you want that? I hit it on the head, didn't I? You watched number 6, didn't you? Yo, as surely as the sun gonna rise, as surely as I take my next breath, I know exactly what y'all be doing. Jesus. Yo, shit is crazy. Well, Gregory, I'm not telling you how to get MT4 because you don't need it. And do not watch any video below 301 again. And what you asked me before, you was like, I was doubting you before I even gave you a chance. Now, was I doubting you? Wasn't doubting you at all. I just know what y'all gonna do. Nah, I'm just messing with you though. No, but for real, in all seriousness, you really don't need to focus on any of the trainings below 301. Focus. You want to focus. So no MT4, you don't need none of that. All right, let me come over to the page. What's up, Jamal? I see Jamal in here. And I see a glare. Hold up. Wait, is it coming from here? Might be coming from on this side. I think it's coming from over there. Let me find the page. Though you got your popcorn, huh? Oh shit. She says somebody gonna be unmuted on Sunday. Alright, let me come here. I know there must have been comments before that. Jay Carly said, bruh. Adele added 2 more to my old goal that I paused on. Once I took the balance off, my confidence came back. So if I'm locked down for 2 weeks, I will be going live. Okay. All right. J. Carly 2-0 this week. Hard. Joshua just in for a few. Today was supposed to be the day I made it to my contract goal. Unfortunately, nowhere close. But once again, regrouping to simplify and maximize value out of my process. Walker, you're the closest that you've been to your goal. Because remember that the goal is not a number. We're going to get into it today. Just hold that thought. Hold that thought. Jay Carly, what I'm saying now, remember, and bring it up again. I started saying the goal is not a number. So just remember that. And then just remind me to talk about that. Because I want to go into that. Oh, y'all are crazy. All right. New York undercover. All right, cool. Matthew said, I'm not out there like that, so a lockdown means nothing to me. Yeah, I always be self-quarantining every day. Shit. I'm in the car. Leave me alone. Whoops. I don't know how I did that. All right, so we good. Yeah, so we're going to get into that. Gold is not a number. Yep. All right, so let me see. Jamal, 1 trade this week, watch trainings. Excellent. Gregory, you only see the comments in the watch party where you are right now. And he said, God, it will do. I've watched 301 5 times this week since I've joined. Very good. You want to get to the point where you watching 301 5 times a day. I'm just saying. You want to get to the point where you're watching 301 5 times a day. And we like to see the meter maids. Well, fortunately, none over here right now. Can I help you? Why people like looking in the car when you in the car? Like, what are you looking at? All right, so I see what you guys said. So, Ikari, I saw you. I saw Patty. So, how'd you guys do this week in your training? And if you did take trades, you could talk about that. You know, how many trades you took, how many trades you didn't lose, which should be 0. Yeah, man, 1,500 times. That's not a game. I'm serious with that number. All right. So while y'all get it together, I saw Otis pop in. So Otis, how'd you do this week? Patty, waiting to hear from you. And Ikari, waiting to hear from you also. Yeah, 302 is solid. 302 is solid. 302 is pretty much an example of MRMH and the follow-through trade. The reason that I was saying to not focus on an example, and this is a good point too, we're going to get right into it. So here we go. The reason I'm telling you not to focus on an example of what a trade looks like is so that you don't develop a pattern of curve fitting. What happens when you keep looking at the same example of a trade over and over, in your mind, you're expecting every trade to look like that. So if you don't fully understand the actual process that's leading to you being in the trade in the first place, if you don't get the process, hold on, let me spray first. Where my alcohol at? And y'all excuse me for 1 second. I don't know where my alcohol went. It's over there somewhere. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so if you don't ever develop the full understanding of the actual process that you're using, then when you see an example of a trade, that example of the trade is based on the way that the trade looked at that moment in time. It's one trade, right? So what you're really saying when you say, oh, well, I'm visual, I need to see an example of it. Understanding the process allows you to see unlimited examples of it. We already getting into it. Just like that, we there already. Understanding the process will allow you to see unlimited examples of it. Until you understand the process, you're limited to understanding one example of it when you look at one example. That'll get you in trouble because now what's happening is you're expecting every example to look like the one example that you're used to seeing, because you're burning the imprint of that example in your head, and now it becomes a curve fit. You don't even mean to do it, but this is what's going to happen. So if you try to jump to examples before you understand process, you're handicapping yourself and you're really doing yourself a disservice. What you're going to do is lock in on the imprint of the example that you're seeing, and you're going to expect every trade to look like the example that you're used to seeing, because you're conditioning yourself to understand the example but you're not understanding the process. Huge mistake to make. This is why anytime people talk about, oh man, can I see an example of MRMH? You're becoming the MRMH. So what that means is by you training and putting the training at the forefront, you're becoming the process that will be able to recognize MRMH. Understand what I'm saying? You need to know what it don't look like. You need to see every example of what it's not. Oh, that was close, but that ain't it. Well, why wasn't it it? Nah, the market is too fast. Market's too fast. Yeah, but that was a valid trade. Is MRMH a valid trade? Yes or no? No. You're putting the emphasis on phase 3 instead of putting the emphasis on phases 1 and 2 first. If you put emphasis on anything, I would prefer that you put it on phases 1 and 2 first. You're much better off understanding how to recognize the right environment and behavior than you are understanding the parameters. You can mess up all the parameters, but understanding phases 1 and 2 means that you'll mess up at the right time. See, this is why you have to listen and you have to follow instructions, because I'm steering you in the right direction and you keep trying to do this and lean over here. Like, it look better over there though. He telling me to go this way, but I think I'm gonna go this way because I'm visual. Let me go this way. I'm telling you that you're gonna run into problems by doing that. If you follow the way that I'm giving you, you won't run into problems. What you're gonna do in the process is develop the patience that you need. Oh, well, I'm impatient, man. This is, it's gonna take me a while. I don't give a shit how long it takes you, to be honest. It takes you however long it needs to take you. Because guess what? You go ahead and play with the market and think that you got it down pat just because you're understanding examples of what it's supposed to look like. Go ahead in the market and start trying to trade like that. See if you can go 21-0 doing that. In a live account. Just see. Do it. Or you can save yourself the trouble of having to go through the ups and downs along the way because you never gave yourself the necessary time in the beginning. It happens over and over and over and over and over again. People that jump the gun, they make the same mistake and they have the same experience. The only difference is that is a different person. But everybody that don't listen to me, they run into the same shit. All of them. We had an episode, and for those of you that were there, you were there, so you saw what it was. Somebody blew up in the chat over frustration because they lost. In the chat. Now you're taking out your frustration and aggravation on everybody else that don't have nothing to do with what happened with you. Nobody was there when you was taking the trades. Again, more training, less trading. So when you give yourself the time that you need, it works. When you don't give yourself the time that you need and you try to jump the gun and you try to do extra stuff that you're not being instructed to do, you are going to create bad habits that you'll have to undo later anyway. So my question is always, why take that route? Why? Like, why put yourself through that when you don't have to? You're so much better off just following instructions out the gate. Like, that's all you got to do. By not following instructions, you're going to run into issues. It's not, oh, I wonder if you're going to run into issues. You are going to run into issues. Let me mute this. You're going to run into issues. So the reason that I tell you everything that I do and the way I talk, I talk like this is because you really need to understand why I'm telling you. It's like, well, you know what? Maybe he's telling me that because he don't want me to mess up first. That's exactly why. And the moment that you understand that, that's when you'll start just going the way that I'm telling you to go. Stay right here. Stay here. Don't go to the right. Don't take the left turn. Oh, but they said it's a detour. It's short if I go. No. We're not looking for shortcuts. There's only one way to the destination where we're going. It's this way. And if you do that, you'll receive the results that you're looking for. Because it's like you trying to accelerate the process and you can't. You cannot accelerate the process. That's like trying to speed up the growth of a tree. You can't make the tree grow faster. However long it takes for that tree to grow, that's the time that you need. That's how much time this tree needs to grow. Oh, well, I need to cut the time down by 3 months. I don't have 9 months. I only got 6 months. So we got to cut this down by at least 3 months. Okay. Then you do something that messes up the whole tree, and then it don't grow no more and it dies. Now you have no tree. And the same 9 months still went by, but 9 months later, you don't have a tree because you tried to accelerate the growth of the tree instead of allowing the tree to grow within the time that it takes to grow. Instead of allowing yourself to grow within the time that it's going to take you to grow, you're trying to accelerate and speed up the process, and you can't. Everything that you do to try to speed it up slows you down. All of it. Oh, well, I'm just trying to learn. You have everything that you need to learn right now. Why? Like, what do you think the training videos are for? That's what it's for. What do you think recaps are for? Live streams, group chat, live training every night. What do you think that's for? It's all reinforcing everything in 301 anyway. 301 is the key. I tell you that all the time. Everything I talk about is reinforcing what's in that. Oh, well, 301 doesn't show me an example. 301 is the example. – 301 doesn't show me an example. 301 is the example. The example of what? The process. Not the trade. The process. This is why I talk like this. So, all of this is like for your own good. It really is. Gregory said, mentor on deck. Man, it's crazy how you can flip into that person. Of course. I am that person by default because this is how I talk. See, what's funny is that the same way I talk to you is how I talk to me. I've learned how not to be hard-headed, though, so I don't have to talk to me as much. But my detection is on. As soon as I sense hard-headedness, Rantman is on deck instantly. The same way I would be for myself. If I was doing stuff that was silly and I caught myself doing it, I'm on it immediately. And it don't take me long to be like, nah, let me chill. Matter of fact, I'll say, let me chill. Boom, I'm right back on the path. So I'm doing the same thing anytime I hear it from anybody. It don't matter who it is. I forgot who was messaged me the other day and was asking me something. And I was like, you know better than that. He was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And the conversation was over. Like, I didn't even have to say nothing else. All I said was, you know better than that. And he was like, you're right. So you see how you can drift even after you've been through, months and months, however long of training, you can still drift off. So you need the constant reinforcement because it's the repetition that puts you in position and it's the repetition that keeps you in position. Because make no mistake about it, you have to stay there. You can't get there and then start doing other shit because your ego now kicks in. Like, oh man, I'm good. I'm nice with this shit. I know what I'm doing. I don't got to do all of that no more. Y'all still watch 301? I don't got to do that no more. Huh? I'm like, okay. It's only a matter of time for you fuck up. Then when, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, and then when you fuck up, then it's like, damn, why did I do that? Why did you do it? I don't know. You probably did it because you felt that you didn't need to do what it took to get you there, which is silly. It's like, how are you going to stop doing what it took to get you there in the first place? That's what's going to keep you there. That's why I love my OCD. My OCD keeps me right where I need to be all the time. So you don't have to wonder about certain things. You know that certain things are always going to happen when it comes to me. There's going to be live training, right? There's going to be a live stream. There's going to be a recap at the end of the... You don't have to wonder. Gregory says, that's true. We could have taken a couple of trades this week, even when the market was moving fast, because it slowed down towards the end of the binary time and it moved 5+1 winner. Yep, but if you don't understand the process, you'll do that and you'll put yourself in a vulnerable position. And you never want to put yourself in a vulnerable position. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous to do that. When you make yourself vulnerable, it's like you exposing yourself to the wrath of the market. And you don't want to do that. He said, I'm hard-headed, man, trying to fix that now with training. You're going to fix it with training, but you have to train. And not only do you have to train the way that you should train, period. Don't try to do it another way. Stacy said no losses. Adele, someone may not get back to you right away. Please have patience. Continue training until you get the answer. Yes. Right. And I know that she's talking about the group chat. Jay Carly said, I can see the replay will be necessary. Yup. Stacy, we have building blocks. Absolutely. And see, that's the thing. It's like, if you're trying to build something to get you up to a higher level, you can't skip blocks. If it takes 20 blocks to get up to the level that you're trying to get up to, you ain't gonna be able to get up there with 15 blocks. You need 20 blocks. Each block represents something necessary that's a part of the whole process to get up to where you're going to. Oh, well, I got 19 blocks. I should be able to do it with 19. No. You mess around and try to do it with 19. When you get up to the top, you be like, oh, how am I going to get up there? Because I need another block here so I can step up. But you said you only needed 19. Then when you get up there, you realize you still can't get up there. You just stuck there because you missed the block. It's not a good look, man. Not a good look at all. Gregory said, I'm trusting the process. Trust the process. 100%. 100%. The process is what it is for a reason. And you got to realize something also, too. Like, over time, the process has elevated. The process, it has elevated to the point where it has simplified everything that needs to be done in order for you to be successful with what we're doing. Period. It has simplified everything that we're doing. So literally now it's at the point where all you have to do is plug and play. All right, here's your instructions. Now you got to do it. It's not enough to hear the instruction and then be like, oh yeah, I know I'm supposed to do it, but Dad, I just didn't do it today. You don't want to start that. Make it a part of your daily. Incorporate it into your daily life and your daily activity. Don't try to become a super trader overnight. For one, we not trying to be super traders to begin with. Ain't nobody trying to be a super trader. I don't want to be a super trader. I want to be a consistently profitable trader. That's it. And in order to do that, I know that there are certain things that I need to do every day. One of them is maintain my mindset and keep myself stress-free. You stress yourself out trying to do too much. People are funny with that. Oh yeah, well, man, I want to get through Project 21 real quick. Slow it down, man. Slow it down. How about you get to 1-0 and understand why you took the trade and why you won the trade? Get to the point where you can do that over and over again, and you're not stressing out about when it comes. Forget about when it comes. Apply yourself, execute the process, and wait for it to come. Now, mind you, this is once you're in that position. Some of you are not even in a position where you should be taking trades yet, period. Some of you are not ready to take trades. How I know you're not ready? Because your mindset ain't right. How I know your mindset ain't right? By the questions you ask. You give yourself away. Give yourself away immediately. So it's not even like I'm trying to get at you. I'm trying to help immediately auto-correct you, because you don't want the market to do it. I'm much nicer than the market is. The family, TA, way nicer than the market is. You could take the meanest person in the group. They're still nicer than the market is. Somebody right now in the group can be like, yo, don't do that shit. Don't be a clown. You're going to be offended by that? You understand what I'm saying? How about the market to tell you nothing and to just slap you, take your money, and then leave you? Didn't say anything. Compare that feeling to somebody calling you a clown. And I'm just using that as an example. No, ain't nobody going to call you a clown, but I'm just saying, if somebody was to, like, hey, don't be a clown. You better stop bullshitting. You're going to be more offended by that than you are when the market beats you up? No, you're going to be way more offended when the market takes your money and there's money missing out your account. I assure you. So understand, we're here for one another, for each other, to keep ourselves accountable so that we don't got to be dealing with the wrath of the market. You don't want the market to do nothing for you. Yep, you don't want to deal with the market. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I got to go back. What was it I said I want to talk about? There was one more thing. It was one more thing. What was it? Thank you. Gold is not the number. All right. Thank you. Y'all are great. Y'all are awesome. Look, Rich is already on it. Come on, man. I mean, see, now look, I was about to get into it, and I still am. Look how Rich comes on. I think Rich just came on too. Without me saying anything. He read the goal is not the number. His response is the skill is the goal. Before I even said anything. I even go into it yet. Now, how does he know that? How does he know that? He trains. Let me give you some stats on what Rich has done so far. I think I always try to remember. I be forgetting. I think Rich started either August or September last year, maybe, or maybe November. I forgot. Whenever, but anyway, he's watched 301 over 1,000 times already. I don't even know what the exact number is, but it's probably approaching 1,100 now. At this point, that's the example that you want to follow. If you don't listen to nothing that I say, just look at what certain people do. He has watched and listened to 301 over 1,000 times. And this was done within a 4 to 5 month period, if I'm not mistaken. So understand, more stats. His Project 21, I believe he's 12-0 for. Project 21, 12-0 so far. And that's in one of the accounts. I think he has another account that he's starting over with, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm giving you an example of how you should move. So he's at 1098. That's great. So he's at 1,100 views on 301. If you don't listen to nothing that I say, and he said November 12th is when he began. He also had written out 301, I think, around Christmas. Literally wrote every word of 301, the training. Wrote it out. Like, so, you know, when you think about, like, well, why he do all of that? He's reinforcing the training. Reinforcing the process. When you see examples of what somebody is doing, and then you see the results that follow, it's not an accident or luck that leads to the results. The results is as a result of the process that was done to put themselves in position to produce the results. So, you know where you're trying to get to, but in order to get to that point, it takes a certain regimen to put you in position to be at that point. That's what training represents. So you don't want to interrupt or disrupt the flow of the way that the training actually gets to you to work. And this is what I mean about putting things in there that you don't need. If all you did was 301, you right on the path where you need to be. And you're not being pulled in different directions or tempted. 301 is working on your baggage. Listen to what I'm saying. 301 is working on your baggage. The goal is not a number. In your head, initially, you feeling like, man, you know, when I get 21 trades, or when I get 24 trades, or when I get 30 trades, man. The goal is not the number, though. When you're in position to execute 1-0 over and over again, there is no number. That's process. Your ability to do 1-0 every time that you trade is process. That's you understanding the process that's allowing you and leading up to you doing 1-0 over and over and over again. There's a glare right here. Hold up. Come on. Right there. The process leading to you doing 1-0 over and over and over, that's where your goal is. Your goal is the process. Your goal is the skill set. The numbers follow the skill set. The numbers follow the process. Get the numbers out your head. This is why we hide our balance. You don't need to see your balance. What you need to see that for? You don't even need to see your stats. Just work. Put yourself in position so that you execute the process the same way every time. You don't even, you start disregarding time. You just disregard time altogether. Oh man, well, I didn't see a trade today. So what? The times that you were available to watch, you didn't see one at the time. And that's it, period. End the discussion. Things happen all the time. People's circumstances change. You may not have time right now to be available on the charts. All right, so what? When your circumstances change and you do have the time, how's your skill set going to be? How is your skill going to be when the time comes? And what's crazy is look at right now the circumstance that pretty much everybody is in. People is working from home. People have more time, don't they? Look how quick the circumstances can change. This is this is why this shit is so crazy. This is the perfect example of that. How many times have you heard me say, your circumstances can change at any time, though? Well, guess what? We in a whole different situation right now. Everybody. How your skill set right now? Just listen to me. Just listen. How is your skill set right now? All the work that you've been doing, have you been doing the work that needs to be done to elevate your skill set, to put you in position? So that when a circumstance like the one we're in right now, where you actually have the time, oh shit, you working from home, you in the house every day, gonna be in the house what, for the foreseeable future until April. Just like that, the circumstances changed up and switched up on mad people. What's your skill set right now? This is what I'm like. Every time. It's so crazy how shit be just unfolding, and you get the proof after stuff we've been talking about for I don't even know how long. I don't even know how many times I've said that. Your circumstances can change at any time. What happens when your circumstances change? This is why when you in the circumstance that you're in, when you put the work in and you train, it's putting you in position for when your circumstances change. When the time comes and you actually have the time now. Now you got the time. So that's just one example I'm using. Come on, man. Gregory said, "You right, man. Trying to prepare my future now by learning this skill of trading." Yes. Yes. This the type of shit right here that proves what I be saying. Rich said, "You got to do what others won't in order to have what others don't." 301 is the iron for the creases. You need to find the balance within you. Stacy said, "Trust me, I know I had months of free time before I joined TA." Come on, man. Matthew goes back to staying ready so that you don't have to get ready. All day. All day. I'm like it just hit me just now. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wait. Your circumstances did change, didn't it? Come on, man. Sometimes when I look in the group, there's people, I glance and I just look at what people are doing. And I'm like, man, sometimes I look at certain people and I'm like, this person right here been training for a minute. I wonder if they're training. Then the next thing I see, they leave the group. And I'm just like, what was that? There's people that been training for months. Or let me rephrase it. There are people that been in training for months and ain't watched 301 yet. Like, what the hell is that? What are you doing? And I hope that people actually watch like these, especially the recap, because this right here is directed straight at TA. If you're in TA and you've been already in training for a period of time, some of y'all been in training for months. The only time I heard from you was when you first signed up and I gave you, all the information, the playlist, and told you to engage in a group. That's the only time I heard anything. Then I don't hear anything from you. Like, what are you doing with your time? This is something that you have to apply. This is a business that you're learning how to build. What are you doing with your time? And I'm like, whatever you're doing with your time, I'm not saying that this is the be-all, end-all, but this is way more valuable than many other things that you're doing with your time right now. I'm just saying, whatever, I don't care what it is. You've been in training for 6 months. If you were in training for 6 months prior to this week, and you were actually applying yourself, and I'll use Rich as the example. Rich started November 12th. So that's November, December, January, February, March. 4 months. So a little over 4 months. He put in over 1,000 views on 301. He got 2 live accounts. One of them he's 12-0 on Project 21 with. And he shows up. He been training for less time than you if you've been in for 6 months. Work. Like, how are you expecting to get in position if you don't train? Like, what you even start training? Why did you start? Why? And I understand for some of you, y'all treat everything the same way. Y'all will sign up for something and then don't do it no more. You had that initial enthusiasm, like, this is awesome. Yeah. But then you don't do the work. And the work is easy as shit. Yo, the work is simple. You got a phone. You open up the playlist on your phone and get earbuds and just listen. You in the car, put your Bluetooth on, connect your phone, press play, and just listen. 301. Just do it. Stop taking shit for granted. 6 months, look how 6 months goes by like that. 6 months go by quick. And then when circumstances change, some of y'all are home now. You can't go to work. Can't go to work for a month. What was you doing all of this time up to now? Had you been putting in work and training up to now, you actually might be in position now. You know what? I think I'm opening up my live account. I'm going to give it a go. Start with 100. Let me see, now I got time. I'm home. Let me plug in more. I'm going to train more. Matter of fact, I'm going to train more. I'm going to open up my live account and I'm going to give it a go. But you can't do that if you wasn't training already. You wasn't putting in no work before now. You can't do that because you're going to lose. If you were doing it though, now you got the time because you home. You can say, well, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go. See what happens. See how well, all of this time I've been putting in with 301. Let me see how I really, am moving with this. You actually have a chance. You ain't been training, you have 0 chance. That shit just was a waste of time for you. People are nuts, man. People be bugging out. And see, and then another thing, let me just add on to that. The reason that I do so much is because I get annoyed by the fact that you here with it and won't do it. Somebody out there wish they knew about this because they would do it. It's somebody right now praying for TA. They don't even know that TA exists. And they'll get it and they'll do it. That's why I do what I do, because I'm looking for them. Some of you got it and won't do it, which is, it's insane to me. It's stupid. And then some got the nerve, you got this and you still looking for something else. When there is nothing easier than the business that you have in your hands right now. You can take a phone and have a business on every level. The training process is here. Everything you need is here on the phone. You can train on the phone. Put yourself in position. You can trade on the phone. You can observe on the phone. Monitor the market on the phone. Listen to training while you monitoring the market on the phone. You got this in your pocket. Like what are you doing? What other business is there like that? And it's a skill, meaning it's in you. It's in you. You're not dependent on you ain't got no employees. No, 0 employees. You don't got to buy inventory. You don't got to do shit other than train, learn, apply, execute, rinse and repeat. Put yourself in position, and next thing you know, your business is actually working and it's profitable because you put the work in to build the business. Come on, man. Like, that's what aggravates me. The fact that I know it's somebody out there praying and hoping that they had this and you have it and won't do it. That shit is retarded, man. Like, that shit is stupid to me. Y'all gotta excuse me. That's just dumb. All right. Anyway. And I apologize, but at the same time, I don't apologize. Yes, make the gym membership count. That's exactly what it is. It's like having a gym membership and then you don't go to the gym. But then you still complaining about your weight, though. Oh, I need to lose 10 pounds. I need to lose 15 pounds. Go to the fucking gym. You got the gym membership and won't go. What's wrong with you? But want to complain still, though. Oh, I'm gonna give up the membership. You giving up the membership, you didn't go once. Look at how stupid that is. You joined the gym. The only time you went to the gym was when you joined the gym. 6 months go by, you don't go back to the gym, and then you quit. All right. Rich said, even if you crazy social, you could take your phone to the club and trade. All facts, man. All facts. Yeah, Rant Man is definitely in the building. He's arrived. Because most things in life require you to just show up. Work it out when you get there. Thank you. Thank you. And I know y'all was saying other stuff too. I want to make sure I get it on here. Excuse me. Rich said, if you're looking for something else, knowing this exists, then you do not comprehend this. Not at all. Why are you asking basic NADEX questions? Ain't even watched 301 yet. Come on, man. Stacy said, being in TA, I needed a lot of help from the TA family, and I've received help. But the bottom line is I have to train, and focus on what I need to do for my trading business. Come on, Stacy. Come on. Being in training isn't necessarily training, especially when you're not training. Come on, man. Shit. Shit, man. Yep. Rich said, but you still paying the membership. Right, and then you'll pay the membership, and then when you realize that you ain't go to the gym yet, you'll be like, oh, why am I paying this? So you forgot the whole reason for going in the gym in the first place. You joined the gym because you wanted to lose weight and wanted to get in shape. But then you get mad because you ain't go to the gym yet, and you still paying to go, but you ain't been there yet. So now you mad at the gym. I ain't paying that shit. You joined the gym to begin with. You said you wanted to lose weight though. So mind you, so look at what happened. During the time that you didn't do shit, you forgot and lost track of why you went in the first place. Oh boy. Matthew said it's all because it requires work. Some people are so in love with who they are that they're afraid to become the person that they're supposed to be. Shit is crazy, man. It's like it's such a level of comfort, I guess, that people are in, that they just remain there. They just stay there. They stay there. You know. And I mean, it takes something initially to decide that you wanted to do something. Absolutely. You got to hold on to the initial reason. That initial reason is what we call your why. It's like, well, why'd you join the gym? You got to remember why you joined the gym. Otherwise, you won't go. If you forget why you joined, you'll leave. You forgot why you joined in the first place. See, this is what has helped me to understand why people leave training. It's because you wasn't training. The reason you left is because you didn't do it. This is so clear to me now. Like I used to always, I'm like, how can you be here and then leave? I understand now. You were never here. You wasn't here to begin with. That's why you left. It's easy to leave something that you never showed up to. So let's keep it 100. Come on, man. Gregory said, without a strong why, you'll never follow through. And see, and you're 100% right, Gregory. You know what else you need, aside from the why being strong, is you need strong action. Your action has to supersede your natural slipping back into your old bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, here it is. This is what people be doing. People are in a comfort zone. The day comes where their desire to leave the zone is very high. is so high that they actually do something that can lead to them leaving the zone. Their reason is strong and all that. I'm so tired of being here. I'm going to do something about this. They take action. They put themselves in position. But they don't do it. They don't move. So the moment where their desire to do something different was higher than their comfort zone, that's the moment that they took action to put themselves in position. But now when you're in position, you have to work to stay in the position. It's not enough to just have that moment. Yeah, you had a moment that was, it had you aggravated enough or pissed off enough to want to leave the comfort zone. But as soon as you got over here, you drifted right back into the comfort zone. Don't drift back. You can't drift back. It's easy to drift back. Oh, you're saying some shit right now. Hold on. Adele says some people are allergic to work. Shit. Rich said, if you forgot why you joined, you'll forget you even joined. Eventually, you'll forget you even joined. He says some folks are allergic to themselves. Your action should be driven by your why. Bingo. That's what has to follow the why. Is your actions. Otherwise, you're going to slip right back into the comfort zone, especially if you don't act immediately after you acted, because the initial action is the trigger. But that has to trigger more action. That's not the be all end all. It wasn't enough for you just to act in the moment, because that was impulsive anyway. That was an impulse that you had because you was aggravated in that moment, aggravated enough to put yourself in position over here. But you got to follow that up. You got to stay mad, stay upset, and not wanting to remain in the comfort zone. Stay mad at your bullshit. That's hard. Stay mad at your bullshit. And that will trigger you to keep acting. Keep acting. Come on, man. Stay mad at your bullshit, man. Don't get mad at the answer. Oh, shit. Don't get mad at the answer. All right. All right. The vibe is crazy right now, boy. Your will has to be stronger than your army. Oh, you were saying your why? Or did you mean your will? Because they're both right. Shit. They are both right. That's hard. Yeah, this is good stuff, man. And I really hope that like people in TA actually be watching this, because you really need to hear what was said today. 100%. Gregory said, faith without works is dead. Come on now. Come on, man. Rich said, passion for your why will keep you here for the long haul. For some of you, for some folk, I think that your why not big enough. Your why ain't big enough. Your why got to be bigger than your comfort zone, first and foremost. And just like Rich said, that's the only thing that'll keep you for the long haul. And I'm realizing that some of you never even get started. Some of you doing a false start. You sign up and then you just don't do nothing. That's a false start. You did that was impulsive. That was an impulse. You upset enough to sign up for this because you know that this can be the answer for you. In the back of your mind, you know that this is the answer for you. But it's not enough that it's the answer for you. You got to do it. That's why you signed up. And you know how people will drift. Then they start drifting, slowly drifting back to their comfort zone. Then what they do? Next thing you know, they off somewhere looking for signals now. Or because I don't have time to do all of that. He was talking about watch 301. I don't got time for that. You don't got time for that. So now you're going to go back to the now you're going back to signal zone. Oh, maybe if I get a strategy, take me less time to get a strategy. Strategy should be good. Oh, it wins 8 out of 10. I'll be good with that. Now you back repeat and repeat, going back in the store. Rich says supersize your why. Yes, sir. Come on, man. Your why gotta be big as shit, man. This is good shit, man. This is good shit right here. The answer is in the action. When Signal Man coming here, I know, right? He on the other chat. Yeah, I think he was on YouTube, right? Yeah, he was on YouTube, so he probably not following me on Facebook to see this, so. But he'll see it tomorrow if he watches the channel, because I'm going to upload it to YouTube. So it'll be on there anyway. That shit was funny. He came on asking advice for how to get his signals popping. He's like, yo, I'm trying to get some NADEX signals popping, man. What's up? I'm like, well, why are you asking me? You over here asking me about signals. All right. Yeah, but Gregory, you on the right track, my man. I know you slipped a little bit going back into the playlist. I knew that you watched number 6 as soon as you said MT4. I was like, why he back at number 6? Why? But the auto correction is always coming. But just focus, man. 301 on repeat. That's all you need. Don't get hung up on examples of trades and all of that. You need to understand the process of what we do. And most importantly, you need to have your mindset being worked on a daily basis. That's what 301 does. See, more than anything, 301 is targeting your mindset. It's forcing you to develop patience and discipline. By force. That's why when you do it on repeat, you ain't got nothing else to do. Like, what'd you do today? Oh, watch 301. Well, what else did you do? I watched 301 again. That's what I want to hear you saying. Because if you put that work in, the results will speak for themselves. That guy in the loud over here. She said I gave him my cash app. He wasn't real about that. He wasn't real about that life. Yeah, no more number 6. I think one day I'm gonna just pull all the trainings under 301 out the list. Because people keep playing. Pull them all out. Be like, okay, you know it's coming. Just because I said it, you know it's gonna happen now. Yeah, but this was a great recap, definitely. Some stuff on here definitely needed to be said. You know, we need to talk about certain things, just like we always do. But I'm telling you, that's a big one. How your circumstances can change quickly. Like if this don't prove it to you with what's going on now with the pandemic and the fact that everybody's home, like what other proof do you need that that's true? That's what happens all the time. Shit happens all the time. Your circumstances can change tomorrow. And they have. So put that work in, man. You know, don't take shit for granted. Don't do it. Oh, excuse me. I forgot to talk about what I did this week. Yeah, so for me personally, I was 3-0 this week. And what I actually did, after I took my third trade, I kind of logged out. Like, so I knew that I wasn't going to take another trade. And I just was looking at the market and, you know, just doing more than anything observation after that. But 3-0. And I think 2 of them I did in both of my accounts. So 3 of them I did in my regular account. And money-wise, I think I had talked about it on the live stream. You know, it's one of the great and amazing things about how you can put yourself in position through scaling up. You know, once you get to a number that you are happy with, you mess around and get, you know, a trade or 2 during the week, and it's like, oh, snap. You know, I got my bills paid now for months or for 1 or 2 trades. And that's how you want to be in position like that. That's another thing I was talking about on the live stream. I forgot what day it was. But about how my thought process is when it comes to paying for things. Like, I think in terms of when I get a trade and then I can pay for my bills in advance for months ahead. You know, like I basically can do things this way. Position everything so that my bills is paid for, say, 6 months to a year. Let's say 6 months. Once you have your bills already paid for the next 6 months, now what you're dealing with literally is money that you can use for whatever you want to do. You see how the dynamic switches? You're not working for your bills. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. Like, oh, well, I can't do anything because I ain't get my paycheck yet. Ain't none of that. This is your business. And this is how you position yourself in your business to function so that you're free financially, because being able to pay your bills ahead of time is financial freedom. Like, that's what it is. In addition to that, now when you trade and you make money, all of the money that, just put it like this, all the money that I make over the next 6 months, because 6 months of bills were paid for, all the trades that I'm literally doing over the next 6 months is being used for whatever I want to use it for. Saving, vacation, splurging, you understand? Whatever I want to use it for. I got 6 months to do whatever I want to with this money that I'm making over the next 6 months. That's how you put yourself in position. Just think about that for a minute. Just think about that. You got 6 months. It's like being on vacation for 6 months. That's kind of how I think of that. All your bills are paid for 6 months. Now you're on vacation. So you could just chill, sit back, get your phone out, look at the market whenever you feel like it. Over the next 6 months, just look at the market, see what's good, blah, 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 blah. Boom, got a trade. Then you get another trade and you done made so much money off that trade. You're like, well, damn, what I'm going to do with this? Now you got to figure out what to do with the money that you made. This is a good position to be in. You literally are thinking of what to do with the money that you're making from your business. That's how much abundance of money that you're in position to make. You got to figure out what to do with it. It's a good place to be, right? Or am I bugging out? Like that's not a good position to be in? Or am I bugging? Where you trying to figure out how to spend money. Or not even, it don't even have to be spend money. But like, what you gonna do with your money? You're in position now where you trying to figure out what to do with it. Like, maybe we could take a vacation. I mean, of course, we can't do that right now at this moment, but I'm just saying. This is how you're thinking. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do something nice for somebody else. Freedom. So that's something to think about, man. That's how I often find myself just thinking. And it's because I put myself in position through training and repetition, the same thing over and over again. Like, the thing about it is that when I'm doing this, I enjoy doing this. So people might look at this and be like, oh yeah, but you working every day. But I enjoy working. And to me, this ain't work. This is me sharing everything that we have going on in TA, because I am TA. Like, this is a part of my lifestyle. Literally. Just think about what I be doing. Like, I'm at the point now where I'm making vlogs. I don't even vlog. I'm doing that because that's how much time I have on my hands, and I don't really be doing much else. Now, let me start vlogging. Yesterday I made a vlog. I was eating a slice of pizza. All right, let me get up out of here. So I'll check y'all out tomorrow. We'll be back on training tomorrow night, hopefully, if the software is working. And that's about it. So if they start all that mandatory stay in the house shit, then I might be in the house doing stuff. But it'll work itself out. So we'll find out. We'll see what goes on. Just say autocorrect. All right, y'all. Recap out. Deuces.